Hello, welcome to the Limelight Sessions. Today I'm going to be talking to Dani from Psycho Village, who've just hit Silver Certified on their album Fragile. If you want to see more of this kind of thing, please like and subscribe. And on to the interview. Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
All good, yeah, all good. So you've just gone silver with Fragile. That's what we want to talk about today, with the album Fragile. That must be a pretty cool feeling.
Dude, that's been a very long time coming. Like, when we signed the distribution deal with the label I'm on right now, which is 7us Media Group, that was one of the first things we discussed with even Unstoppable, that would be the goal. And yeah, it's been like 5 years in the making now, and I'm pretty excited it happened with Fragile.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like the hard work sort of paid off as well. I mean, when we first met, I think I even said something to you like, are you constantly on tour, that kind of thing. And it seems to have definitely, paid off as well, definitely. And I mean, there's some really cool collabs on there as well. You've got like Ice Had to Kill, Bunny the Bear, obviously Benji from Skindred as well.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so with the artists you have featured on there, were there a reason you've chosen them? Were you fans of them, or do you think they'd fit the sound well, that kind of thing as well?
Mostly. It's mostly bands that we've toured with, obviously.
Yeah.
Benji was the first one we toured with Skindred back in 2019. I actually started writing Legendary during the Calling tour, where we obviously, I think, did the first thing to get together.
Yeah.
Finished it then during the first half of 2020. And it just had that breakdown part, and I was like, well, fuck it, I may as well just pitch it to Skindred's management and see if Benji's interested. And I didn't hear back. Well, I heard back from management, and they were like, well, we're gonna pass it on, and then I didn't hear anything for like a good 2 months probably.
Yeah.
And one day I wake up in this very room I'm in right now, actually. And I look at my phone and I have an email from Benji, and it has the track on it with his feature.
Oh, nice.
And he just did it. Well, it was the demo anyways. And I didn't think he was going to do it, but he was up for it, and he loved the song. And then we did some Zoom calls and discussed his parts, and then he properly recorded it. And that was the first feature. And we actually got back together. They played in Vienna, supporting Volbeat, I believe. It was them, Volbeat, and one more, Bad Wolves. And we played the same night in Vienna with Hed PE at this really small club it's just down the road from where I live. And the show was very late. Like, I think we went on stage at like 10 p.m. or something, and then Hed PE played at like close to midnight. And all the guys from Skindred and Bad Wolves actually came to the show and checked out our show, and had some shots with Benji and some good laughs. So that actually was the first time I saw him again after we did the feature, which was really nice to catch up. And then Bunny the Bear, obviously we toured with them, and we're that backing band when they tour in Europe. And we were just talking about music, and I was talking about what this album is about, and especially that song and all that stuff, and he offered to do a feature on the track, which was great, and a great way to introduce our not just musical collaboration on that song, but also the collaboration in terms of touring together and me playing his songs and that stuff.
Yeah, come full circle sort of thing. Yeah.
What else do I have on there? Hed PE, obviously. When you toured with Hed PE in 2022, I think it was late 22. They had a bit of an issue because their card reader for merch didn't work in the UK, in Europe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like two or three nights into the tour, he just asked me, I was like, can we use your card reader, because we're gonna lose so much money if we can't accept card payments. So I let him use it, and at the end of the tour, he offered to do a feature on that song, because he liked it, and B, he was very thankful for me.
It's a bit of a thank you sort of thing.
Yeah, saving his
Yeah.
ass on merch sales with the card reader.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing with I Said to Kill. Really, like I Said to Kill is probably we're all very close friends at this point. I talk to the drummer Caleb like weekly, and we may even do some touring things together in the future if it works out again.
Yeah, they're such a lovely bunch of people as well. I mean, I met them when they came to Swansea as well. They're like the nicest people. Yeah, definitely. Big fan of them as well. Yeah.
They're very, very humble, a bit shy. And just, in terms of like, I've worked and toured with so many bands and artists, and many of them are very, very kind people. There's also plenty that are quite some idiots, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not going to drop too many names, but I Said to Kill is literally like the nicest band I've toured with, or among the 2 or 3 nicest bands. And there was one situation where we had one specific show in the Midlands, and that was one of the UK shows that did not sell very well. Like a lot of shows sold really, really well in terms of tickets, but that specific show for some reason just didn't pull the crowd. And the promoter was like, well, should we cancel the show, or like what are we gonna do? And I convinced him to keep the show running, and he said, well, he can't pay I Said to Kill and us, or he can't give us the guarantee because there's just not many tickets sold. And we came to the agreement basically, well, they're gonna just keep all the bar money, and we're just gonna get all ticket money, and if it's less than the guarantee, so be it, and we'll just take a hit, and maybe we get lucky. And I Said to Kill actually, so it actually turned out to sell quite well in the end. Like a lot of people came down and saw the show that night without pre-sale tickets. And so basically my point I'm getting to is I Said to Kill got their full fee, so ticket sales were enough to cover their fee, but it wasn't enough to cover Psycho Village's fee, right?
Yeah.
But and then Caleb was like, yeah, it was a great show, and he thanked me for convincing the club that the show was going to go on. And it was like, well, we even got paid, everything except like 50 quid or something, which wasn't that big of a deal. And he asked me if we were getting paid, and it was like, no, it just wasn't enough in terms of ticket sales, and he just paid us our fee out of their fee, because he was like, well, we were getting paid, you guys should get paid too. And it's like, that's unheard of in the music industry, like that stuff like that just does not happen.
No.
Maybe they'll throw you like 10 quid and be like, buy some bananas. but that really established, not just that, but that whole tour really established a friendship. So I'm very grateful. Nice. Yeah, I'm very grateful and happy we got to meet these lovely people and call them friends now. Yeah. Did I miss any features? Any more on there? I think there's one more with
possibly.
Yeah, they're called. She's called Steph with an F, and she's from this band that I stumbled across them on YouTube, and they're like this very emo, like Paramore but more heavy kind of band, and I really like the music, and I just sent her an Instagram message and it's like, I have this song, I'd like to have a go singing there, would you be interested? And yeah, she just did it.
There we go. So like, when you wrote a lot of these tracks, were they wrote in mind with people to feature on them then, in terms of the songwriting? No. Not
at all, no. Well, sometimes, I even on Unstoppable, I was like, this bit, this could be really cool. Have like a guy-girl thing, like Skindred are doing this kind of stuff. But if you write a song, it can go so many directions. So sometimes I'm thinking, it could be cool to have a feature on there. But then, it also just works out really well just doing it by myself. So, yeah. And then if I don't want to have anyone on a song and feature on a song just for the sake of it, No. I'd rather call them a friend and have some sort of a relationship and a story behind it too,
Yeah.
This being said, like if like one of my favorite artists or songwriters of all time was willing to feature on my track, obviously I wouldn't say no, but
no, exactly.
That didn't happen yet.
Yeah. It's a great album though. It's a really good album, and I think it all fits together very nicely. Worked out well.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. So what have you got sort of planned now for, I guess, sort of next year now onwards and sort of the rest of the year?
Nothing for the remaining year. I guess, we've the album has come out last year already as CD, but we didn't release it digitally until this year because the plan was we'll release it as CD, so everyone that wants the album can buy it and listen to it, and then we're just gonna release one by one song like every other month,
like a single.
Just obviously with algorithms these days and stuff, if you just throw 10 songs on the internet, none of them are gonna get the recognition that you hope for. Yeah. And also if you can spread it out a bit longer, each song just gets a time and place, and hopefully people appreciate it a bit more if they can actually listen to each track one by one. Yeah, and if they wanted to listen to the album, that option was always there, right? You just gotta pay 10 quid for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I think the last track of the album digitally was just released in July, I believe, or June maybe. So I have some ideas for new songs. I haven't demoed anything or stuff like that. I hope I find a time maybe in December or January to start demoing some stuff and maybe have some new singles out next year.
That's cool.
And then, I'm just starting to plan touring for next year. We have working on a tour in Southeast Asia, which is going to be a first, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, nice.
We're hoping to visit Philippines, Malaysia, possibly Vietnam. So that's been booked right now. Fingers crossed it's going to work out. I'm in discussion for some US tours again, because we had a US tour scheduled for 2020, which then obviously was cancelled. Yeah. And unfortunately never rescheduled. So that was a one US tour that never happened. So in discussion with some agents over there to hopefully have a US tour in 25. And then we are just about to announce, or maybe when this airs or is released, the tour's already announced in the UK with our friends in The Fallen State and Liberty Lies.
Nice. What kind of when are you looking at for that tour-wise? Early next year, is it?
It's going to be in April.
Okay, yeah.
I think mid-April. And yeah, I think
we can drop some details below and stuff about that when it happens anyway. And yeah. That's cool.
I think we're planning to announce it late November. So depending when you release this, probably the tour's announced already. Yeah. I think we're going to London, Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow, Bideford, where the Fallen State's from, Plymouth, I think. What else? Brighton, Bournemouth, Bradford. I think that's it. Possibly one more. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, all over the UK.
Yeah, it's a nice one, definitely. Are there any sort of artists you see coming up and you're thinking, oh, I'd like to tour with them? Are there still any sort of on the list yet?
Like new artists or just artists in general?
Could be existing, really. Could be new sort of artists. Just anyone perhaps you're still on your list. Do you think, oh, I'd like to tour with them? Yeah.
Well, more recently, like I've come to appreciate the whole like newer metalcore genre a lot more in the recent years. Actually, mostly after we toured with Bunny the Bear, and I never really saw Psycho Village in that genre. To be fair, like the whole genre thing is difficult to begin with because everyone tries to put you in some sort of like a niche, and it's like, oh, they're that and they're that, right?
Yeah.
But I never envisioned us to really fit with these bands. But we toured with the Bunny the Bear, and they're obviously a lot heavier sounding than Psycho Village. In broad terms, like we have some heavier songs too, but like we don't do screaming and such, right? Well, we started doing it slightly on Fragile, but yeah. but for some reason, like the crowd from that genre just really loves the music. We then toured obviously with I Said to Kill. We toured with Escape to Fate, which was a massive success, which I didn't think was going to go that well. Like we were really well received on that tour. We did a show with Fever 333, and yeah, I'm just starting, like the new songs are going to be a bit more heavy and a bit more leaning in that direction, I think. And I just like to tour with more of these bands because I feel like there's a crowd that really appreciates the music that we do, and we didn't tour with too many of these bands, so there's still plenty of people that hopefully can discover the music.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
In terms of bands, I mean, I'm a huge Electric Callboy fan. Love Falling in Reverse. I love Bad Omens. Especially the whole remix album they just released. There's some really killer tracks in there. Yeah. What else? I love the new Poppy album that just dropped today. Listened to that and I was like, I was never really a big Poppy fan. And actually, when you toured with The Calling, their bass player was really excited because he's like, oh yeah, mate, my buddy in the US just got the gig to be Poppy's bass player or whatever, like her band member. I think it was bass player, but it doesn't really matter. And I just listened to a few songs from her 2019, 2020 releases, and I was like, yeah, it's alright. It's not my cup of tea. How I guess you guys would say.
Yeah.
But the new album is sick, man. Like after they dropped Van or VAN, whatever they call it.
I heard one of the singles the other day. I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah.
She did that song with Bad Omens that I just love.
Must be that one.
Violence Against Nature. That's the song, I think. And I just checked out all her new releases, and it's actually all produced by what's it called? Robin Fish, the ex Bring Me the Horizon keyboarder.
Oh, Jordan Fish, is it Jordan Fish? I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
you could tell it's just really well produced and really good songwriting and such. So
yeah,
I'd love to tour with her at some point. That would be sick.
Well, even that chapter of Bring Me the Horizon, I really like that sound when he was in the band as well. That was a great era of the band, definitely. Yeah, awesome. Really excited to see what next year brings for you and where things go, definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll catch up with you at some point if you pop back to Wales as well.
Oh, for sure. I don't think we're catching Wales on this run, but maybe you can make it into one.
Right,
I can show you, if you like. I can show you the award actually if you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Gotta brag a little
pride
bit.
and place. Yeah, definitely.
Here, this is my office setup. So let's see if I can make it so it doesn't mirror too much. But yeah, that's.
I see. Yeah. So does that count as streams and CD, or is it all digital based? How does that work out?
So silver certification is 20,000 records sold, right?
As in physical or digital?
Yeah, and then 200 streams count as one sale.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's 20,000 CDs or the equivalent in streams, which comes to like 4 million, I believe. So it's obviously a mixture of both.
One to keep.
It's a cool thing to hang on my wall.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. As I say, it also shows the sort of the hard work is paid off as well, and it's something that's, it's good to have, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And actually, like Unstoppable, with a little bit of luck, Unstoppable may go silver too. I think we're not that far off on that record too. So it's like 500,000 streams missing or something like that at this point. So we're probably
close call then.
Yeah, probably gonna have that album certified too at some point. Hopefully.
Nice, nice. And then hopefully any follow-ups as well. Then
that would be good.
Definitely. Right. Yeah. Well, it's been great talking to you. Wishing you all the best as always for next year and anything else that happens and comes your way. We'll keep in touch, and as I say, we'll pop a little mention to the tour you mentioned as well with the Fallen State, definitely.
Yep. Let's do a conference call and discuss all tour memories from 2018 and hopefully future ones.
Yeah, cool. Be cool. Right, yeah, thank you very much. Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks again for Dani for talking to us. If you want to see more of this kind of thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see our previous interviews, click below.